Today's vision lecture is going to talk about the reasons why I believe that each one of you needs to do Atomy, right? So my question is not should you do Atomy? I'm here to tell you that you need to do Atomy. So that's a bold statement, wouldn't you say? In order to say such a bold statement, don't you think that I have to provide the necessary details and facts as to why you need to do Atomy, right? So raise your hand if this is your first time here again. Okay, so all of you, this is your first time, meaning that this is you are new to Atomy, right? Someone has invited you here because they believe that this business is one that will benefit you. Okay, so my goal today is to share with you the reasons why I believe that Atomy will bring you success. But many of you, I believe, need a fresh start. So what do I mean a fresh start? A fresh slate. Fresh start meaning a new mindset. So all your preconceived ideas, wipe them away, okay? So I want you to start fresh. So here's what I want you to think. Everybody in here today, do you want success? And the answer is going to be yes, right? Everybody in here today, you want success, yes? Okay. So why do you want success? This is very important, okay? Why do you need success? Why do you desire success? Why do you want success? So let me tell you my answer, okay? So I grew up to first-generation immigrants. My parents moved to the States, and they moved there without being able to speak English, without any network, without any ability. They just moved because they wanted to create a better future for their next generation, which is me, right? So talk about love, talk about compassion, talk about a desire for your loved ones to do well. So my parents moved there with a desire to see me, the next generation, doing better than them. Raise your hand if you desire that for your generation. You want that for your next generation, right? You want the next generation to do better than what you did, right? That is a motivating factor, right? It's not about you want success for yourself, but you want success for those that you love. Now, I call that success, don't you? Being able to provide a better life for your parents, being able to provide a better life for your children, that is valuable. Now, all of us here today want that, but some of us have been brainwashed, right, to be content with what you have. Now, that's very important. You do need to be thankful for the things that you have, but you don't need that to cripple you to desire more. I think there's a very big balance between these things. Some of us would say, no, just be satisfied with what you have, be thankful for what God has given you, and don't ask for more, right? Now, I think that can be crippling at times, because at times you don't dig deep enough and you don't push yourself hard enough, because it's easy to say, no, I'm happy. No, I'm content. I'm thankful for what I have. I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to be selfish. So let me continue to be lazy, is another way to say that. Do you agree? Some of us have this desire inside of us that wants success, but then at times we don't want to take the actions needed to bring success. So we want to get to the position of being successful, but a lot of the times we don't want to go on that journey, right? So today's lecture today, I'm going to tell you why Atomy is a very unique tool for you to become successful. I lack ability, just like you may lack ability. I am not perfect. There are many things that I do not have that other people do have. But there are things that I do have, that God has gifted me with, that can bring success in Atomy for me. And that's the same thing for you. So let's talk about those things, okay? So in order for us to achieve that dream, that desire inside of us, there has to be a method, a tool that we use to get to that positioning, right? So it's a tool. So what tool are you going to pick up for your success in the future? So for me, okay, I desired success because not for just myself, but I wanted success for the next generation, for my children, okay? But I had a very difficult time looking for the correct tool to bring success in my life. Because, like I stated to you, I did not have money, I did not have special skills, so I was not able to do those things that require ability from you to bring about success. So for me, I did not desire to go to a good university, right? So in order for you to go to a good university, what do you usually have to excel in? Studies, right? You have to do well in your studies, do well on your tests, and if you do excel, then you'll get the opportunity to go to a good university, right? So why do you want to go to a good university? Because you have a higher probability to get hired by a good company, right? So why do you want to go to a good company? Because good companies pay you more money. No? Yes. So that's the road that you choose. So if you have the ability to do well in your studies, then maybe you'll have the ability to get a good job. That was not me. I did not do well in school because, well, I did do well, but I didn't want to get a good job. Does that make sense? I wanted to work for myself, right? From the very beginning, I wanted to work for myself because I saw the next step, right? Working the 9 to 5, making the money that I'm making, I didn't think that I can bring about success in my terms for the next generation. So if you want to go to a good university, you have to sacrifice lots of time and money. Wouldn't you agree? Just going to university, it takes about $10,000, I would imagine, a year to sustain yourself, whether that's tuition, food, housing, books, all the expenses that you need. Even if you got a scholarship, I think it would cost you about $10,000, right? On top of all those things, you have to educate yourself even more now. Just getting a bachelor's, is that enough or no? No, you need at least a master's now, right? You need to get a master's, maybe even a PhD. But now people understand that just because you have the credentials does not automatically mean high-paying salary. So what's the next step then? The next step is working for yourself per se, but being in sales, okay? So what's sales job? A sales job is performance-based, meaning that you're not capped with your income, and the more diligent you are, the harder you work, you're able to make a higher income, okay? So many people opt for those positions who are passion-driven and who desire success. But then again, you're limited by time, right? Because every single day, you have how many hours you can work? Maybe 8 to 10 hours. Each person that you meet, it takes about 2 hours. So the max number of individuals that you can meet, 4 to 5. But just because you meet somebody, does that mean that they will buy your product or service? No. So you again, maybe 2 to 1, maybe sometimes even 0. So we're in that boat right now because you are also in sales, right? So why does this business called Atomy differ from anything else? Well, there's the next step, okay? The next step that we need to see and identify is the work that I'm putting in now going to be worth it later? Meaning, is the active business model that you're doing going to get to the passive business model that you desire? So there's active income and passive income, okay? So what does it mean to have active income? Active income means that you have to show up for work and you have to do A, B, and C. And when you do A, B, and C, that's when you get paid. But if you do not and are not able to perform your tasks, do you get paid? You don't get paid, right? So even if you're a doctor, okay, and if you are hired by the hospital, then you are an active individual, meaning that if you don't go to work, even if you are a doctor with a high level of education, do you get paid? You don't get paid. So what happens if you get into a car accident? What happens if you're sick? What happens if you are unable to perform those duties anymore? Do you have an income? You do not. Now that's another issue. So what's another way to identify what you're doing? If you disappear, you don't get money. That's the issue, okay? But passive income, what are things that are passive? Passive income is created without you being there. But to get to that positioning, it's very difficult. For example, you can have lots of money, you can buy stocks, and you can live off of the royalties, or you can live off of the dividends of whatever it may be that you own. That's passive income, right? If you have lots of stocks and you get dividends, then you don't have to work. Every single month, the company performs and you get paid. Or if you own real estate, every single month, somebody pays you rent money. But you have to own these things. So in order to own these things, then you have to have capital. So if you had lots of capital, maybe you wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't have been. The only reason I was in the audience in Atomy is because I wanted to succeed. Because I saw that I could not succeed in the everyday rat race, in the everyday business models that I saw, because I lacked capital and ability. So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing that we're here today, because we now have an opportunity to create real, true passive income. So Atomy, okay, creates passive income for you. Remember I said earlier, I travel the world, and I'm able to speak, enjoy, and have fun, but at the same time, money continues to come into my bank account. Does that sound good? This sounds pretty amazing to me. Every single week, every Tuesday, ding, 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 money comes in. It's never late, and it continues. Whenever I fly around the world, the company pays me. The company feeds me. The company houses me. I don't have to pay anything. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me? Don't you want to do that? So Atomy works because these three things work, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about is the company is one that you can trust, okay? So if you are working for a company and you don't trust that it will remain in the next 10 years, there's no reason for you to start. Why invest years of your life that a company is just going to go away? So look into the company, and the further you dig, the deeper that you dig, you see that this company is one without any debt, without any liabilities, and we are one that's already in 27 different countries doing billions in sales, and we've never been late in paying the business partners. Isn't that amazing? At the same time, they do the best that they can to provide every single tool possible for you to succeed. For example, this seminar. This is amazing. They house you, they feed you, and this is all done at a very low cost. Wouldn't you agree? And the one-day seminars and such all over the world, the Zoom meetings, the online meetings, they're all free. All the materials online are free. So therefore, even if you lack the ability to educate individuals, it doesn't matter. They have it for you. So you can trust that they want the best for you. So you don't have to focus your energy on, oh, are they going to be here next year? Oh, are they thinking the best for me? Are they launching the best products possible for me? Every single thing has been taken care of. So you can continue to trust the company. And there are track records for this happening. Meaning the company is on your side, the company is on your team, and you don't have to fight with them, but they want to work with you to grow your business, because your win is their win. Isn't that amazing? Do you feel like Atomy Philippines is doing that with you? I believe that this branch is one of the best branches in all of Atomy, because I see the staff and individuals working day and night trying to provide the best environment for all of us to succeed. And that is something that we should clap our hands to. The next thing is, can I do it? Can somebody like you, me, do Atomy? That's a big question. Can you do Atomy? Can I? This is a question that I ask myself and many others. Because a lot of people will say, Coach, I don't have a network. I don't know many people. They say, I'm not good at sales. I don't know how to sell things. I've been a housewife all my life. You can say, I can't speak well. I'm not very good on stage. I'm nervous. all these things are running through your mind, thinking, can I do this? Am I able to do this? My answer to you is you don't need any of those things to succeed in Atomy. Nothing. You don't have to do any of those things. Now, that is called ability, right? If you lack these abilities, people automatically exclude themselves and think that they will not succeed here. Raise your hand if that's how you felt before, right? A lot of individuals feel as though, I don't know if I can succeed because I lack A, B, and C. It's like going to a university. It's like, oh, you should apply to Harvard. You're like, no, I don't think I'm going to get in. Why? Because you see your lack of ability, your grades, whatever it may be, you're unable to apply to that university or apply to that job or try to pursue that career. It's the same thing. So in this business, you don't need to know any of those things, okay? Because it is a free barrier to entry, meaning all of you here today, you only have to have the legal necessities to be able to apply in Atomy, meaning that you are old enough and that you have a tax ID, and that's it. But every single day, you're already doing Atomy without you even knowing. So even if you're not an Atomy member, you've been doing Atomy. So what is doing Atomy? Okay? Meaning that every single day, you've been brushing your teeth, shampooing your hair, consuming everyday necessities. Raise your hand if you brush your teeth. All right, some of you don't, I guess. So you shampoo your hair, yes? So all of you here today, even if you are not quote-unquote doing Atomy, you have been doing Atomy, meaning you've been consuming products. Okay? So that's what an Atomy consumer does. They consume products. So the next question to you is, if you have not been using Atomy, why do you use the products that you're using now? What value has that product been giving you? Nothing. Convenience, because it's in front of your store? Familiarity, because you've been using it forever? What is it? What's the reason why you have been using that product? No reason to continue to use it. It doesn't do anything for you. So my question then to you is, change the product to Atomy then. Why won't you? You've been brushing your teeth all your life. Have you ever been paid to brush your teeth before? Okay, well, come on over. Atomy will pay you to brush your teeth. Atomy will pay you to shampoo your hair. Atomy will pay you to take Hemohim and be healthy. Atomy will pay you to take the probiotics. Other companies don't pay you to be a consumer. So there is no reason for you not to do Atomy. Make sense now? So how do you introduce Atomy to individuals? You simply ask them this question. You say, do you brush your teeth? They say yes. All right, great. But have you ever made money brushing your teeth before? They say no. You say, well, great. Come on over. Let me teach you how to make money brushing your teeth. You have a consumer now. This business is simple. So if you can do what I just explained to you, then you're golden. Your success is inevitable. It's all about the actions that you take and the consistency that you have and the diligence that you have to continue doing this business. So that is why you can do this business, because it doesn't cost you anything. Because you already buy these products. You already use these necessities. We're not telling you to buy something that you don't need, that you've never used, and that you'll stop using once you stop being an Atomy member. No, you'll continue to use these items forever. Next, the third reason why you will become successful is because this system allows for passive income. True passive income. So what is passive income? Okay? This is the only tool that I've seen that allows you passive income without capital. Okay? So, passive income without capital. What does that look like? I've never seen any other models that create passive income to consumers or business partners without capital. For example, if you want dividends, you have to own stocks. How do you own stocks? With capital. You have to buy it, right? If you want passive income from real estate, how do you get passive income from real estate? You have to own the land or the property. Yes? If your debt ratio is greater and your interest rate is higher, then even if you own the property, you don't get any money. You have to pay the bank. So, true passive income, what other ways are there to make it? Now, there are certain things that you can do that will allow for passive income if you have certain abilities. Okay? For example, you can become a YouTube star, right? You can become a TikTok star, right? Insta star, whatever it may be. You can become a social media influencer. Why? Because all of you have smartphones, right? But, what is it that we have to be good at then? We have to be good at creating content. So yes, it's free, but it requires ability. But in anatomy, we don't require ability. Does brushing your teeth require ability? Does shampooing your hair require ability? Does talking to your neighbor and saying, hey, you should try Atomy, right? We pay you to brush your teeth. Does that require ability? No, it does not. So therefore, this is the only true model that I have been able to identify and see that truly allows for active to passive income. So in the beginning, just like any other business, you are going to have to be active about your business building endeavors, okay? So in the very beginning, you will go out and share information with individuals to create a better opportunity for those around you for success. So let me show you what that looks like. So all of you here today, like I stated to you, you can become successful in Atomy because this business requires nothing from you in terms of any special type of ability or capital. So we have that already set, right? So let's push that aside now, okay? So the desire for your success, I told you in the beginning, right, is your mindset. You want success. You have to want it, desire it, in order for you to go after it, right? So in the 8 steps to success, when we talk about these things, the first, okay, dream building, okay, goal setting, that is something that you have to do, okay? And when you do these things correctly, results will come. So if you want to succeed in Atomy, then all you have to do is promise yourself consistency. This is something that I believe is not that difficult. For example, every single day, okay, if you are able to do these very basic steps, then you will succeed in Atomy, okay? So are you ready for these steps? I did a lecture called 3-2-1 a long time ago in the Philippines, okay? And in this lecture, I simply talk about the desire, okay, to go out and prospect to create individuals. That was years ago when I did that lecture. But now, we are telling you to do what? The Go 100. So what is the Go 100, everyone? What does that mean? What does Go 100 mean? Why are you doing Go 100? Now, this is the part that you do to build the passive income. So this is the bridge from active to passive, okay? So you want passive income, meaning I do not need to do anything anymore for the income that I'm getting. Doesn't that sound great? For me, I have Star Masters in my downline who have all been duplicated. They know how to run their own centers. They know how to prospect. They know how to communicate. They know how to do all these things, so they don't need me. Whenever they need me, they don't need me, but they just request of me. But even if I was not here, they would still be able to do the business on their own and continue to generate wealth and income on their own. That is why I can state that I have passive income. You do not have passive. You can go ahead, clap if you like. True passive income is very, very hard to create. Because in most all businesses, you become the focal point of your business. So if you're an influencer, you will never be able to get passive income because people tune in to see you. So if you don't upload a video, you don't make new content, your passive income will dwindle down and die away because you are the source of your passive income. You understand? My Atomy business, I am not the source of my Atomy business. I can disappear. And my downline will still continue to create PV because they're not making PV for me. Do you think my partners, they go into my ID and they're like, oh, coach, he needs me to buy a hemoim for him today so he can get matching bonus. Let me go buy some hemoim for him. Do they do that? No. They don't care about my ID. They care about their ID. This is why Atomy is beautiful. Because in Atomy, you can create partners who are not affected by you. They can do their business for them. So in Atomy, there are two sides, okay? Okay? It's a double-edged sword. You thought I was going to say A line, B line, right? It's a double-edged sword, meaning that in this business, somebody can be working really hard and still not see the results as somebody who looks like they're not doing anything, but their downline just explodes. You can have both of those things happen in Atomy because Atomy is not dependent on you. Now that's an interesting thing to think about, right? So that's why it is beautiful, because it is real passive income. Real passive income can only be generated in that way. If real passive income, if I was to say Atomy is a passive income generating business, but you have to work hard and continue to work hard, then that's not passive income, right? Think about it. If your sponsor is continuing to make money and just goes away or dies or something happens, and you continue to work, then they're going to always generate income. Your downline, it's the same for you as well. So that's why Atomy works, because it creates the ability to go from active to true passive. So once you understand this, you will be blown away by the value that Atomy gives you, because you can truly create passive income from this business. And I told you why. It's because we have products that you need, that you will continue to use. The prices are absolute quality, absolute price, so therefore it is competitive. Competition means what? If you have a competitive product, that means that you can change consumer habit. Okay? So consumer habit is the number one thing companies fail at doing. That's why they cannot go to passive income. Okay? So what is consumer habit? So there are many new individuals here today, new leaders. So let me explain to you a little bit about what consumer habit is. Okay? When you look at a picture of a coffee, what company comes to mind first? Starbucks. Starbucks and coffee are associated together because of their marketing. Did you study Starbucks? You've never studied Starbucks, but you know when you see coffee, automatically, oh, Starbucks. So Starbucks has changed your consuming habit. Understand? Okay. Very hard to do. When you look at a hamburger picture, what's the first company that comes to mind? Jollibee, only here. All around the world, McDonald's. But those companies have changed your consuming habit. Habit is something that can only be changed by giving value. So these two unique companies, they have done the impossible. But usually what happens is if you don't give value, you don't go there. For example, the milk that you drink when you go to the supermarket, the milk that you buy, I guarantee you buy the same milk all the time. Even though there's a different kind of milk, you buy the one you always drink because that's your habit. You can be on auto mode, go in the store and you're on the phone and you don't even know what you bought. You go back into the car and you look and it's the milk that you always buy. When can you break that habit? When can you change that habit? Well, in Korea, what they do is they give you 1 + 1. They say, listen, today, don't buy the milk that you always buy, but try our milk. So for the price of 1, I'll give you 2. So then you think, oh, okay, maybe today I will try this new milk then, right? So the company is marketing their product so that they can change your consuming habit. Everybody understand? Next time when you go to the supermarket, if that milk is no longer 1 + 1, what milk do you buy then? Back to your old milk. That's why it doesn't work. If you want to succeed in Atomy, your consumer has to feel as though they are gaining value. Or you will not change their consuming habit and you will always stay active income. That is your homework. How are you going to do those things? But when you can do those things, you generate passive income. Now, the company has already done that by providing absolute quality, absolute price, so the consumer has a difficult time running away from our products because no matter where they go, they can't get a better deal than in Atomy. That's why the consumers tend to stay. But if your consumer ever gets a commission, then they're hooked. They're like, what? Wow. By just brushing my teeth, shampooing my hair, I save money on the product, and my health has gotten better. But now the company is even giving me money? That's awesome. That's where the compensation plan comes. So with the understanding of the compensation, your consumer now becomes a business partner. And with that business partner, you're able to leverage the unlimited downline system that Atomy has created for you to create passive income for generations to come. That is why Atomy works. Every single step has been in place for all of you to come together. So if this is your first time here today and you haven't used any of the products, I encourage you to go in, your ID, buy the products, try the products, go into Channel Atomy, watch the videos, and be transformed. Because your future, now, you can change it to create passive income for you and your family. That is a beautiful thing that I am offering to you with no money. You don't need any money to start. This is the only business model that I have ever seen that requires zero money from you. Literally zero money. Our compensation plan is created in a way where even if you have less than 300K PV, you have no PV, it doesn't matter. If your smaller side generates double of the previous, then you start getting paid anyways. Did you know that? Most people don't even know that about the compensation plan. You can truly become an imperial master in Atomy without ever having to buy your own IDs. Did you know that? See, you guys don't know that. That's why Atomy is amazing, but you guys don't know that. You need to study the compensation plan more. In this business that we call Atomy, CEO Park has created in a way where every single person, if you desire success, can obtain it. Now, the issue is are you willing to go through the difficulties to get to the top? A lot of the individuals that I meet, they only want success. They don't want to go through the difficulties. But guess what? Guess what, everyone? Whether you do Atomy or don't do Atomy, difficulty is going to come your way anyways. Let me say that again. Whether you do Atomy or don't do Atomy, life is not going to all be roses. You are going to go through difficulties anyways. So why not do it through Atomy then, where it actually benefits you and pays you back for your difficulties? Think about it, guys. Think about it. You worked hard in university, well, in high school, to get to a good university, okay? You're already $50,000 in debt, right? Because you got to get your master's. So think about it. And then you join the company, and then you work for the company for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you help the sales, and you did a great job. You helped build the company, and then you quit, and you're left with nothing. Think about that. Isn't that sad? But in Atomy, you can build. 15 years later, at least you'll become an auto sales master. No? I'm sure greater than that, but $2,000 a month, is that small or a large amount of money? That's a large amount of money. But it'll continue to snowball and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and once you create passive income, it'll continue to grow without your effort. But in the very beginning, it requires 100% of your effort. Because it is you and only you, and you have no downline. So that is the vision that I am implanting into you today, because I want all of you to become successful. And this is the last month of 2023. We have about 16 days to create and plan for 2024. And in 2024, don't you want to get into Leaders Club? Don't you want to get into the Royal Club and Crown Club and build your future? The only person stopping you is who? Who's stopping you? Your sponsor stopping you? Your partner stopping you? You are stopping you. Who's stopping you? You. Now, let me tell you a few questions or examples that I've seen, okay? As individuals grow this business and grow the consumer base, I see them going out and talking to individuals, and as they're building their business, a lot of individuals stop building their business thinking that it's going to continue to grow, okay? But they're still at active, but they think that they're at passive, okay? So let me explain this to you. Honesty is the best answer for everything that you're doing in Atomy, right? So what do I mean? Coach, I've been doing this business for 3 years, and when people ask me, how much do you make? I can't answer them sometimes because I'm not yet an auto sales master, right? Some people ask me these things. Remember when I first did Atomy, everyone, okay? I went around telling everybody that they should do Atomy, and I did Atomy 300 hours, right? A month, okay? And I would do all these things, and I got paid $73.30. That's how much I got paid for 300 hours of work. Is that a lot of money? It's a tiny bit. That's about 25 cents an hour, I think, right? But I showed everybody my bank account. I said, look, this is how much I made, even though it was a small fraction, because I had faith and I understood what the future bank account would look like. Don't be afraid to be honest and to show individuals, because you understand the future of what you will be getting paid. But if you don't understand that, then you will stop running and you will ask yourself, should I keep doing Atomy? I don't know if I should keep doing Atomy. I think I should stop. I don't think the return on investment of my time is good. Some people have this misunderstanding because they don't understand Atomy. Your success is inevitable, but when, we don't know. But it is inevitable if you continue to grow, because the downline leverage that we have in Atomy. So, this is how it works. Some of you will get very lucky. And as soon as you start the business, you'll have partners coming out left and right. And they'll grow and they'll grow and they'll grow, and your downline will grow exponentially. Some of you, it'll take a long time to get a partner. And then they will take a long time to get a partner. But in due time, you will also grow. The difference is the amount of speed that you've reached the Star Master, Sales Master, Diamond Master, and all the masterships. That's it. But your success is inevitable if you don't quit. Imagine how silly it would be that you should have talked to this person. You're like, oh, I don't know if I should talk to this person about Atomy. Should I talk to them? Should I not talk to them? And then you don't talk to them. But you realize that that person, 1 week later, registered under a different person, and now they are already a Diamond Master. Are you going to kick yourself or not? You're going to kick yourself because you lost the opportunity. Now, why did you lose the opportunity? Because you stopped. We don't know where it lies. Maybe you prejudged the situation and you thought, oh, that person's not going to do Atomy. Or you thought to yourself, oh, I promised myself I would only talk to 10 people today. I already did 10 people, so I need a break now. And you stop. Whatever it may be, you don't stop. Have you ever met a successful person that has a good work-life balance? Raise your hand. I have never met somebody who is innovating, building, and growing who has a good work-life balance. Nobody. Maybe that doesn't appeal to you. Maybe you want good work-life balance. There's no such thing as good work-life balance until you have reached your goal. Does that make sense? A plane, when it takes off, do you think it wants good speed balance? It's like, oh, I don't want to go, I want to just go at this speed. No, it needs to reach a certain speed to lift off. In Atomy, in this business that I'm sharing with you today, I want you to push yourself as much as you can and be as consistent as you can until you become successful. Why? Why am I telling you this? Because success is dependent on you. I do not believe, maybe some of you have been able to do it, but me, when I first started Atomy, I carried my newborn son with me everywhere. I lectured with him in my arms. I did all these things with my son, and it was for my son. Right? Some people tell me they can't do Atomy because of their baby. I told people I had to do Atomy because of my baby. It's all about mindset. It's all about how you think and how you desire. Each person is going to have an excuse, and they are going to be legitimate excuses, okay? Legitimate reasons. But your success is going to be dependent on you. Nobody else is going to bring you success. You will bring yourself success. But at least you now have a tool called Atomy that will actually get you there. You no longer have to waste your time looking for the tool to bring you success. How many years have you spent looking for the right tool? Is it this one? Is it this one? Should I do this business? Should I do that business? Should I try this one? You can stop now. Once you start Atomy, close your eyes to everything else and just focus on Atomy, because all these other companies will try to persuade you and tell you that no, not Atomy. This is the new one. This is the best one. Don't do Atomy. Atomy is not going to work anymore. Our compensation plan pays more. Our products are even better. But if you listen to that, you will be scammed and fooled again. Stop. You have found it. For me, this is the first MLM, first network marketing business that I've ever done, and this will be my last. For you, this may not be your first, but I want this to be your last. Your success should be here in Atomy, because there is no other company that you should be able to trust in the way that Atomy trusts us. I have seen that deep inside this business because I know the founder very well. I see him very often. I go to his house very often. I see him outside of the Atomy environment, and he is not changing. He is the same. He desires your success. If I was CEO Park, I don't think I would do what he's doing. Honestly. He is already so rich, but he flies around the world and give lectures that are hours and hours long so that you can become successful. Not him. He doesn't need any more money, guys. Do you understand? CEO Park he cannot spend all the money that he has before he dies. He has too much money. So he gives all the money. You saw the ratio. Atomy is the number one in terms of giving versus revenue. This is the kind of company Atomy is. And Atomy doesn't just stop at your physical needs, but we go as far as to try to bring you the gospel. Because even after you die, we want you to go to heaven. So tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the revival meeting, right? I'm going to be doing lectures 1, 2, and 3. So even if your partner's not here, call them to come tomorrow at least, because it's free to fill all the room. Okay? So Atomy is a company that cares not just about your physical, but for your spirit as well. So why do you keep looking for other companies? Stop. There is no easy road to success. If you're trying to win the lottery all the time, it's not going to work. I was passing by the casino today to go eat, and jackpot, it said, I forgot how many pesos, 2.6 million, 6 million pesos or something like that for the jackpot. And you know what I said to manager Eric? I said, oh, I get jackpot every month. You don't need to sit there trying to get jackpot, even if you're not going to get it. Do Atomy and you'll get jackpot every single month. don't leave your future up for chance. You can control your future by the actions that you take today. So many individuals that I meet, they focus on the things that they cannot control. Stop that. If it rains tomorrow and you get up, you're, oh man, I can't believe it's going to rain tomorrow. Or even today, oh, I can't believe it's raining. Man, that messes everything up. Isn't that silly? Why get mad at something you can't control? So here's a story that I tell my partners. There are two individuals, right? They're both doing business. They're selling fruit outside. And one person, they get mad every time it rains. And another person, they are prepared, so they put up a shield so every time it rains, the water doesn't hit their fruits. Who's the smart one? Being angry about something that you can't control or preparing for the rain. Every single day, you're going to get rejected in doing business. Don't get upset you're getting rejected. Be prepared for rejection. It's the same thing, being upset about those things. So the lack of understanding is why people reject your offer. So if you want better returns, then what should you do? Learn Atomy more. Make it yours. Okay? So everybody here today, make Atomy your Atomy. It shouldn't be your mom's Atomy, your sponsor's Atomy, your sister's Atomy. What do I mean? Those are the people who told you about Atomy. Make Atomy your Atomy. Nobody else can tell you it won't work because you know it will work. And that is not blind faith. When I say these things, people are like, oh, that's blind faith. No, that's evidence-based faith because I've seen Atomy for the last 10 years doing what it's been doing. I see how they act. I see how they replicate. I see how the staff is working. I see all these individuals growing and becoming successful. So that is evidence-based, what I'm telling you. It's the same thing when I share tomorrow about the gospel. People who aren't Christians say, that's blind faith. No. Christianity is one of the most evidence-based faiths in the world. So as we understand these things and get to a position and understanding of Atomy, you will shine. Nobody can tell you otherwise. Me, I was crazy about Atomy in everything that I did. When I first saw the VOD, I cried. You know why I cried? I still remember the first day I saw CEO Park's VOD. I watched the VOD and I cried. I had tears running down my face. Do you know why I had tears running down my face? I wanted success so bad, but I could not find the tool. I didn't have money. I didn't have a network. I didn't have these special abilities. I wanted to start my own business. I wanted to make money, but I couldn't. I was just working. But I had tears running down my face because I knew I would become successful. It was tears of joy. When I saw the video, I said, thank you, Lord, for giving me this tool. And now, I'm going to do the best that I can and be the best steward of this tool so that it works for me. So day and night, I did all that I could to share Atomy with everybody that I knew. Literally, day and night I would work. But did I get super fast results? No. But it didn't matter because I knew my success was inevitable. What does inevitable mean? What does that mean? I'll show you what... When's your birthday? Think about your birthday. Next year, when your birthday comes, it's inevitable that you will be 1 more year older. You understand? You getting older is inevitable. Success in Atomy is inevitable if you do it correctly. Do you understand what that means? So every time when I was doing this business and they asked me when I became a sales master, they're like, "Wow, how did you feel?" I knew I would be a sales master. When I became a diamond master, Sharon Rose master, so on, it didn't come as a shock to me. Why? Because I knew it would happen. Do you believe that for yourself? Or are you still doubting yourself? If you are still doubting yourself, that is what is holding you back. You have to be crazy. Every single day you should be watching Atomy VODs, not TikTok, not Instagram, not scrolling mindlessly and feeding yourself nonsense. What you watch is what is going to grow in your mind. You should be watching Atomy success stories, VODs, leaders, not Instagram, not TikTok. Why are you watching those things? They're not helping you, right? So what you feed yourself is what you will grow into. So if you have negative people around you telling you, Atomy, that's not going to be successful. You can't succeed in Atomy. You shut them out. And you go call your sponsor right away. You say, "Sponsor, tell me why I can succeed." And they'll tell you. Right? Call Eric. I'm sure Eric will tell you. Everybody in this system will tell you why you can become successful. Because they saw it. They know it. But people outside of Atomy, what do they know about Atomy? Nothing. They've never done it. So why do you ask people who are not professionals in that aspect, in that area, about this? It's like funny. If you are sick, okay, do you ask a doctor? Or do you ask somebody who has no health knowledge? It's very simple, right? About Atomy, who do you ask? The leaders who have become successful. Ask them, and they will tell you the answer. So these are the things that I'm telling you that brings vision to Atomy. Because every single day, you can better yourself, grow, and go towards the goal. And when you do that, you will get one step closer in building yourself up to be able to answer the questions, to be able to recruit the individuals, and to be able to be a leader that can sustain their business. Because many individuals, they can succeed fast, but then they will crumble again if they can't maintain it. I believe that every single step that you go in Atomy, we all go through the same door. All of us. Does that make sense? All sales masters, you went through the same door. All diamond masters, you'll go through the same door in hardship. All Leaders Club members and Royal Leaders Club members, you will go through the same difficulties and hardships. It's the same road. There's no shortcuts. Does that make sense? There's no shortcuts. So as we do this, as we come together to build this business, many individuals who believe that they lack, no, not anymore, okay? All you have to do is create a daily plan and be consistent with it. That's it. For example, I've been telling myself that I'm trying to stay healthy. Now, I felt like I'm getting older now, right? And every time I wake up, I make sure I wake up slow so I don't pull my back already, right? And I thought to myself, man, that's not good. I need to work out. So my goal was to do 10,000 steps each day on average, right? So I wanted to stay active. So my 30-day average steps is 15,000 right now. And my 1 year is about 12,000 steps a day. Even today, I'm at 12,000. Simple things. Make sure you talk to one person a day about Atomy. Can you not do that? You can do that. You talk to just one person. Just think about that. One person a day with the goal of registering one person a week equates to 52 new members a year. Easy. And then with that one new member, you train them, duplicate them in 3 months to do what you're doing. And in 15 months, you have 104 new members. Right? So that means that you have 50 on your A, 50 on your B then, in 15 months. And then you help those individuals consume 50,000 PV as a household. Then in 3 years of duplication, you should be a simple but successful sales master. But too many of you are passionate and go talk to 15 people today, get rejected, and tomorrow talk to no one. And then next success, you get fired up again, and then you go talk to 15 people again, and then talk to no one. There's no consistency. Consistency is very important because that will be the foundation of your relationship with that person. You have to build rapport. So what did I say? Talk to one person. And register one person a week, not even a day. A week. Can you not do that? If you cannot even do that, you don't deserve success. Right? That means that you don't care, is the point. You don't really want success. Okay? But imagine you did 2 people a week. You're already over 100. But you don't want to do it alone. Doing it alone means being a direct sales associate. Atomy is not direct sales, everyone. Atomy is a network marketing business. You have to know the difference. Direct sales stops when you stop. It's just active income. It's a sales job. That's what direct sales is. It's a sales job dependent on your efforts. Network marketing, meaning passive income in Atomy, is not determined by strictly only you, but the outcome is of the group as a whole. Does that make sense? So it may look slow, but it's not. Okay? So you want efficiency. Okay? You want to better yourself. For example, let's say that you're cutting some meat. Okay? And the person next to you is like, hey, you should sharpen your knife. It'll cut the meat much better. And you say, no, that takes too much time to sharpen the knife. So I'm just going to keep using this dull knife. Is that a smart person or a dumb person? That's a dumb person. Because the time it takes to sharpen the knife and then cut the meat will in the end become faster than continuing to use a dull knife to cut and your shoulders start hurting and then you get slower and slower. So a lot of you are saying, I need to make money now, so I am going selling the items. Some people that I know don't even register people. Because if they register, then they have to sell it to them at member price. They want to sell it to them at non-member price. They're like, oh, you don't want to register? Thank you. Good. All right, so you give me this. I don't want you to register anyways. And you're going around selling at non-member price not building members. How silly is that? None of you are doing that, right? So it's not about that. Sharpening your knife means building your downline, educating them, inviting them here, listening to the lectures, duplicating their actions so that in the end, it's not you alone, but it's your team that's building. So when you're doing this business, you have to understand your end result and what you are going out to do. You're going out to create passive income, ladies and gentlemen. And this business is one that allows you for that opportunity, because there is no other business that I have seen that allows average individuals like you and me the opportunity to create $50,000 to $100,000 a month with no money down and no ability needed. No other. So since you have now heard this information, you should be going crazy about how to make it work. I was a foreigner in Korea. My downline is 95% Korean. I started Atomy 10 years ago in Korea. I could not speak Korean well. Everybody told me that I would not be successful because Koreans hate network marketing. Have you ever heard this? I'm sure everybody hears the same thing, right? They say they don't like network marketing. You're a foreigner. Why would you even think about doing this? You should continue your professorship. You have an amazing job. Why are you throwing that away? You should, all these things I heard. And then I went and talked to people. They're like, oh, I don't really want to use it. And then somebody will tell me, oh, I don't want to do the business. You just do the business. Or when you become successful, I'll do the business, they say, right? I went back to that person. They're like, oh, I don't think I can become successful, but I knew you would. So everybody says the same thing. But with no network, I didn't have a network. I didn't have the language skills. But I still became successful. Why? Because Atomy compensates for all the things that you lack. Isn't that amazing, guys? So this is going to be part 1 of my lecture today. And tomorrow, I will be talking about part 2 of my lecture and about mindset and the road to success in terms of how you now as a leader should act. So that's going to be my lecture tomorrow. So today, I don't know how much time. I think I went over time, but sorry. But with this understanding, all you newcomers today, you must write your life scenario and your desires of how you will become successful, and you must stay consistent. That's all. And as you do that, you are building one brick at a time, and your success will become inevitable. Okay, everyone? All right, everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.